The center opened in 1976 here in Philadelphia, and one of its first programs was to have a library. At the time, it was very hard for an LGBT organization to get nonprofit status, and so they had to lean pretty heavily on their educational offerings. A few years ago, I learned about an LGBT library that considered itself the second oldest, so I asked, what is the first? And when they told me, I realized that in fact we were the first. The library is open 4 evenings a week, Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., and is staffed by volunteers.
It's a safe place for people to come. I mean, it's an excellent archive, with all the book bannings and everything that are going on now in certain places. Recently, I had someone come in looking for a DVD because they do like a monthly, movie night with their friends, so they wanted a movie. I've gotten people to come in here looking for certain books.
This was fun. Well, this is a book that actually I've been trying to get my hands on for so long. It's from the 70s, and it's just, I kind of view it as like a very book about acceptance, about community, and there's a lot of community today, but it's really nice to just look back into the past and kind of see the people that came before me and, the historical context. When I first came here, I kind of saw everything that the library had to offer. I think it really provides a sense of community and belonging that I think is really important to feel within the community. There's so much in here that you don't even know it exists until you come in and look at it.
It's not unusual for us to have over 200 research appointments in a year. So in here is the majority of the material that we own. There's things like newspapers and periodicals, ephemera, individuals' personal papers, if they're, say, a writer or a photographer, or whatever they've created during their life or collected over time. An article about this particular newspaper, which was the first LGBT newspaper in Philadelphia in 1970, had 1 issue. And that was it.
1 issue in 1970.
And was funded by a drug deal.
Really?
Yes. So this is a button and pin collection from a woman named Adebayo, who recently passed away. Cuban-American woman who came to the United States in the 1950s and to Philadelphia in the 1960s, and was really instrumental in many of the early gay and lesbian groups in Philadelphia. We get people writing PhD dissertations, writing books, articles. We get journalists, we get documentarians, artists, activists, and just community members who have something, maybe from their past that they want to remember. There's just physical evidence within this room, the thousands and thousands of books that have been written about our community, by our community.